Hey friend, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark, and hopefully sell them for a profit. Today is Thursday, October 30th, and these are the two items that sold yesterday. I had a really good day on Tuesday, and then Wednesday was just a little bit of like a... eBay gave me some really good sales and then decided that it was done. That's how it kind of seemed. I did get an offer this morning on eBay, so we started off today well. I did accept the offer, so that's promising. This is a flannel nightgown. It is long, and it has pockets. The brand is LL Bean, and I did a little overview on LL Bean a while ago. It has this pleating in the back. I don't know if you can see that, but pretty cool brand, but very high quality brand for the most part. So I bought this a little bit on a whim. Did I buy this when I bought the coats? I kind of think I bought it at the same store that I bought the coats, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, I had already done a go around with the lint roller, but this is not. I see a little section that maybe I missed. This isn't always a pleasant noise, sorry. It'll just be a second. Cover your ears. All right, there we go, done. Done. All right. So the, I had this listed for $40. Somebody offered me $30. I felt like that was reasonable. It took 6 weeks to sell, which is pretty quick in my opinion. I did pay $7 for it, which I realize for a lot of people is not a lot, but for me, $40 is a lot. Not $40, $7 is a lot. And it paid off in the end. It took 6 weeks to sell, and my profit is $17. So I'm pleased with that overall. I need to come up with some sort of guideline for how much I want to make when I'm like paying up like that. But I don't have one right now. So there's that. I didn't say my gross sales for the day was $65. So both decent sales, especially considering, you know, on Poshmark, that gross sales amount is not also including shipping. So I did use the Ground Advantage big ginormous envelope for that, and I'm going to use the box for these. I didn't take the boots out of the box yesterday. Maybe I should take the boots out of the box, out of the bag, not box. Today. I'll show you one. I think I'm going to keep them in the bag. These are, now I'm going to go in strong. I realize I don't feel super confident. These are a wingtip Chelsea boot. I think this is the wingtip part. I don't know. I'm not like super well versed on shoes. This is especially men's shoes. Johnston and Murphy. I bought these for my husband. He didn't really like them, and they sat in his closet for a long time. And I did buy them secondhand. I don't know when or where or how long, but I mean, these are nice quality boots. I had them listed for $60. Somebody offered me $35, and I was like, I don't know about that. And I checked comps, and they were right. It was like $35 exactly for average sale price and a fairly low sell-through rate. Now, granted, I do check comps on eBay, and this sold on Poshmark. So I am using this Ground Advantage box today. All right, so I sold that for $35. I have zero cost of goods. I do have some cost of goods, obviously, because I bought it at some point. My own personal stuff, I just do a zero cost of goods. Now, am I saying you should do that? No, I'm just telling you what I do. And in fact, if I had receipts and could, you know, turn those in, I would, because as far as like for tax purposes, because, you know, talk to your tax professional. But I think you can do that for personal items. I just don't keep receipts for our personal items unless it's something I know I need to keep it for, you know, a specific reason. So anyway, these have been listed for 13 months, and because I have a zero cost of goods, my profit is $28. And so my total profit for the day is $45. Now, please remember that I do have other expenses that come out, so I don't get to keep all 45 of those dollars. But my plan is to do a monthly overview again. I kind of stopped. I was doing that consistently, and then I kind of stopped over the summer. And my plan is to pick that back up because I think it's important to see all the numbers. Okay, I got another package from Poshmark. So, and when I say from Poshmark, I mean from the USPS. I ordered my Ground Advantage packages when the shipping change first came out, and I got 2 sets of boxes, the big one you saw, and then another that was like a shoebox size kind of, and then those big giant envelopes. I didn't get either of the other 2 envelopes, even though I requested them. I put in another request for just the other 2 sizes of envelopes. So this one is, yeah, nice. So this is a priority padded flat rate. And this is a padded shipping envelope from Ground Advantage, and they are the same size. Here, show you that, same size. So nice. So, I'm pleased with that. I was using a padded flat rate a lot until I started using the Tyvek more. Let's see. Yeah, this says don't recycle. That for me is a little concerning. I am not well versed in how to be eco-friendly, but I try to be as much as I can, as much as I know how. Having plastic that you can't recycle, I know for a fact is not eco-friendly, because plastic does not biodegrade or compost or any of those things that are good for the earth. Okay, enough of my little mini soapbox. Let's see. I have asked a couple Halloween questions over the past few days. I've already said I'm not like a huge Halloween fan. I don't hate it. I don't like it. But it's Halloween, and because this is the 30th, this will actually come out on Halloween. So happy Halloween if you celebrate. We're in this together if you don't. That's dumb. I don't know. Anyway, question of the day is, what has been your favorite costume over the years? Maybe it's your own personal costume. Maybe it's your children, your grandchildren, just some you've seen out in the wild. I'm going to tell you 2 of my favorites. And so one is, oh man, a long time ago, I was pregnant. I don't remember which child I was pregnant with, but it was either 3 or 4. So they're 7 and 9 now. So there you go. It was either 8 or 10 years ago. My church did we called it dynamic duos, and it was basically a ministry for married people, and it was like a couple's date. It was such a fun night. Everybody dressed up, and they were supposed to dress up in pairs, and so I dressed up like Flo from Progressive, and my husband dressed up as Jake from State Farm, which is not really like a couple, but it was a really fun little costume. And I was not pregnant enough that I was like hugely pregnant, but I just remember, yeah, anyway, that was really fun for me, even though, like I said, I don't really love Halloween. But that was more about just like, we played games, we ate really good food. It was just a really fun night, and so I enjoyed that. And I thought that our costumes were pretty, I don't know, they're just kind of funny. The other thing is I've always loved, and I don't have a particular costume exactly, but the little babies in the little baby bunting costumes are just cute. I mean, come on. A little baby with like a hood that's like a sunflower, or like a little bunting that's like a teddy bear or a dinosaur. I know one of my daughters had like a sweet pea costume, so it was a little, you know, fleece, like baby bunting, and it had little peas on the body part and then the hood. It was just cute. But I just love, like, they just look so snuggly and cozy, but then they have this little costume. I just think they're adorable and fun. So I would love to hear your maybe favorite costume or favorite, you know, kind of category of costume or something like that in the comments. And if you don't have an answer to weigh in, you know, say hi or leave your favorite emoji, Halloween related, if you feel so inclined. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I always say, well, I don't always say, but it's so much more fun to do with a friend. So I really do appreciate you hanging out with me. Make sure you like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you soon.